Hey, Freckle family, welcome back to another episode of Freckle TV's Daily Trivia. It's Monday, February 27th, and I'm your Daily Trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia is the only Web3 game where you can answer 5 questions every day to win incredible prizes from our sponsors. With different themes and sponsors every week, there's something for everyone. So this week, get ready to enter the magical world of the Smurfs with the Smurfs Society. For the next week, we'll be testing your knowledge on these lovable blue creatures with some Smurf-tastic trivia questions. And we'll be throwing some general cartoon trivia questions in the mix as well. The Smurfs Society is the only PFP project backed by the official Smurfs brand. They are currently in phase 3 of this interactive project and are focusing on building a large community through a gamified Web3 experience. And what better character is there to demonstrate the power of collaboration? Leveraging this iconic and genuine brand, there is opportunity to build the most positive, inclusive, and impactful online community ever. This week, we're giving away 3 Smurf crystals, 1 Smurf statuette, laser engravings, Manscaped products, Jarritos soda, Figpins, and more. Now, let's get ready to dive in with question 1. In the Thundercats, what is the name of the sword wielded by Lion-O that holds the Eye of Thundera? Is it A, the Sword of Power, B, the Sword of Omens, C, the Sword of Justice, or D, the Sword of the Ancients? It is a powerful weapon that holds the Eye of Thundera, which gives Lion-O and his fellow Thundercats enhanced abilities and powers. The sword wielded by Lion-O and the Thundercats is called B, the Sword of Omens. The Sword of Omens is not only a weapon, but also a powerful tool that allows Lion-O to see faraway places and communicate with his fellow Thundercats. The sword can also project a powerful beam of energy, which can be used to defeat enemies and destroy obstacles in Lion-O's path. Now, moving on to question number 2, who voices Chris Griffin in Family Guy? Is it A, Seth MacFarlane, B, Mila Kunis, C, Alex Borstein, or D, Seth Green? Seth MacFarlane, the creator of Family Guy, actually voices multiple characters on the show, including Peter, Stewie, Brian, and Quagmire. The only one he doesn't is Chris Griffin. A voice of Chris Griffin in Family Guy is provided by the actor D, Seth Green. Interestingly, Seth Green initially auditioned for the role of the main character Peter Griffin, but the creators of the show felt that his voice was better suited for the character of Chris. Green has been voicing Chris Griffin since the show's first season, which aired in 1999. Now, moving on to question number 3. This question sponsored by Jarritos, the official beverage of Freckle Trivia.
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Now on to question number 3. Who was the avatar before Aang? Is it A, Kyoshi, B, Katara, C, Soku, or D, Roku? He was a firebender and lived around a century before the events of Avatar: The Last Airbender. Our answer, D. Roku, was Aang's spiritual mentor, and he appeared throughout the series as a spirit guide, providing guidance to Aang on his journey. He was known for his wisdom and powerful firebending abilities, and his friendship with the Fire Lord Sozin, which eventually led to a rift that resulted in a 100-year war. Roku's legacy was instrumental in Aang's journey to restore balance to the world and stop the Fire Nation's domination. Now, moving on to question number 4. Which villain is always on the lookout for those pesky Smurfs? Is it A, Gargoyle, B, Johan, C, Gargamel, or D, Peewit? Well, there's one villain who's always on the lookout for those pesky Smurfs, and it's C, Gargamel. Gargamel is a recurring antagonist in the animated TV series The Smurfs, which aired from 1981 to 1989. He is an evil sorcerer who is constantly trying to capture the Smurfs in order to use them as an ingredient in his magical spells. He's aided in his quest by his cat Azrael. Despite his many attempts, Gargamel never succeeds in capturing all of the Smurfs. And for the final question of the day, you'll have to name the Smurf shown on screen. Is it A, Narrator Smurf, B, Papa Smurf, C, Grandpa Smurf, or D, King Smurf? Well, he's easily recognizable by his red clothes and long white beard. In addition to being the leader, B, Papa Smurf, is also the village doctor, chemist, and father figure to all the Smurfs. He's known for his ability to create magical potions and his vast knowledge of Smurf history and lore. In the original Belgian comic book series, Les Schtroumpfs, which the Smurfs are based on, Papa Smurf is not the leader of the Smurfs. Instead, he's the leader. The leader is a character named King Smurf, who only appears in one Smurf story. The character of Papa Smurf was created specifically for the Smurf television series. And that concludes today's round of cartoon and Smurf trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing today. And thank you to our sponsors for the week, the Smurfs Society. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of cartoon trivia, and thanks for playing. Hey, Freckle family, welcome back for another episode of Freckle TV's Daily Trivia. It's Tuesday, February 28th, and I'm your trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia is the only Web3 game where you can answer 5 questions every day to win incredible prizes from our sponsors. With different themes and sponsors, every week there is something for everyone. So this week, get ready to enter the magical world of the Smurfs with the Smurfs Society. For the next week, we'll be testing your knowledge on these lovable blue creatures with some Smurftastic trivia questions. And we'll throw in a couple questions about general cartoon trivia as well. The Smurfs Society is the only PFP project backed by the official Smurfs brand. They're currently in phase 3 of this interactive project and are focusing on building a large community through a gamified Web3 experience. And what better character is there to demonstrate the power of collaboration? Leveraging this iconic and genuine brand, there is opportunity to build the most positive, inclusive, and impactful online community ever. This week, we're giving away 3 Smurf crystals, a Smurf statuette, laser engravings, Manscaped products, Jarritos soda, Figpin's Diamond Select collectibles, and more. Now, let's dive in for question 1. I am He-Man, but do you know who my alter ego is? Is it A, Prince Ralph, B, Prince George, C, Prince Adam, or D, Prince Philip? In order to avoid the strict regulations on children's programming that were in place at the time, the creators of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe decided to market the show as a companion to the line of action figures that Mattel was currently producing. The show was essentially an extended commercial for the toys, which were hugely popular in the 1980s. And the strategy worked. The show became a massive success. The son of King Randor and Queen Marlena of Eternia and heir to the throne is C, Prince Adam, who raises his powerful sword and proclaims, "By the power of Grayskull, I have the power." He is transformed into He-Man, the muscular and powerful defender of Eternia. Now, moving on to question number 2. What is the name of the tiny bird who always outsmarts Sylvester the cat? Is it A, Tweety Bird, B, Foghorn Leghorn, C, Speedy Gonzales, or D, Roadrunner? Well, despite being arch enemies in the classic Looney Tunes cartoons, our answer, A, Tweety Bird and Sylvester the cat, were actually intended to be friends when they were first introduced. In their first cartoon together, titled Tweety Pie in 1947, Tweety was actually a male bird and was named Orson. However, after the cartoon's success, the character was renamed Tweety and became a female bird. Sylvester, on the other hand, remained a male cat and was often depicted as trying to catch and eat Tweety. Now, on to question number 3. This question sponsored by our friends at Figpin. Figpin is one of the only collectibles where you can take your physical item and turn it into a digital pin in the Figpin app. Check out this video from Figpin. Thanks, Figpin. Now on to question number 3. In the Jetsons, what is the name of George Jetson's boss at Spacely Space Sprockets? Is it A, Cogswell, B, Spacely, C, Cosmo, or D, Astro? When the animated series The Jetsons premiered in 1962, it was the first show ever to be entirely broadcast in color on ABC's primetime lineup. The series was created by Hanna-Barbera Productions, the same studio that produced The Flintstones and many other popular animated series. The name George Jetson's boss at Spacely Space Sprockets in the animated series The Jetsons is B, Cosmo G. Spacely. Spacely is a short-tempered, demanding, and often unreasonable boss who frequently yells at George for his mistakes and oversights in his work. Now, on to question number 4. What Smurf was created by Gargamel? Is it A, Smurfette, B, Papa Smurf, C, Smurfer, or D, Hefty? In the world of the Smurfs, Gargamel is a notorious wizard and the sworn enemy of the blue creatures. In one of the show's episodes, Gargamel created a Smurf of his own, using a mixture of clay, ashes, and various magical ingredients. He named the Smurf A, Smurfette, and sent her into the Smurf village to infiltrate their community and lead them into a trap. However, Smurfette eventually turned against Gargamel and became a loyal member of the Smurf community. She was eventually turned into a real Smurf by Papa Smurf and became an important member of the Smurf community. And now, for the final question of the day, you'll have to identify the Smurf shown here. Is it A, Snappy, B, Pushover, C, Grouchy, or D, Slouchy? Well, he is known for his grumpy demeanor and his tendency to complain about just about everything. A, Grouchy Smurf was one of the only original Smurfs created by Peyo, the cartoonist who invented the Smurfs. He was introduced later on as a character to add some diversity to the Smurf community. Despite being a relatively new addition to the cast, Grouchy Smurf quickly became one of the most popular characters in the franchise, and he remains a fan favorite to this day. And that concludes today's round of Cartoon and Smurf Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing today. And thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Smurfs Society. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of Cartoon Trivia, and thanks for playing. Freckle family, welcome back for another episode of Freckle TV's Daily Trivia. It's Wednesday, March 1st, happy March, and I'm your trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia is the only Web3 game where you can answer 5 questions every day to win incredible prizes from our sponsors. And with different themes and prizes every week, there's something for everyone. Get ready to enter the magical world of the Smurfs with the Smurfs Society. For the next week, we'll be testing your knowledge of these lovable blue creatures with some Smurftastic trivia questions. And we'll throw in some general cartoon trivia into the mix as well. The Smurfs Society is the only PFP project backed by the official Smurfs brand, and they are currently in phase 3 of this interactive project and focusing on building a large community through a gamified Web3 experience. And what better character is there to demonstrate the power of collaboration? Leveraging this iconic and genuine brand, there is the opportunity to build the most positive, inclusive, and impactful online community ever. This week, we're giving away 3 Smurf crystals, a Smurf statuette, a laser engraving Manscaped products, Jarritos soda, and, of course, Freckle merch, like this crew neck I have on, created by the guys at Print Hub and the Kryptoon Goons. Now, let's get ready and dive in with question 1. Which of the following is the name of the cat and mouse duo in The Simpsons? Is it A, Stinky and Whiskers, B, Itchy and Scratchy, C, Claws and Paws, or D, Furry and Squeaky? They were initially created as a parody of classic cartoon characters like Tom and Jerry, who were known for their cartoon antics and violence. However, the creators of The Simpsons took the concept to a whole new level by making the violence more graphic and over the top, and the characters even more sadistic and psychotic. The show's writers have used B, Itchy and Scratchy, to satirize a wide range of topics over the years, including censorship, animal rights, and even the entertainment industry itself. Now moving on to question number 2. In the cartoon show, Ed, and Eddie, what is the name of the candy that the 3 main characters always want to buy? Is it A, Jawbreakers, B, chocolate bars, C, lollipops, or D, gummy bears? In Ed, and Eddie, there's a candy that the 3 main characters always want to buy, and that candy is A, Jawbreakers. The show, which aired on Cartoon Network from 1999 all the way to 2009, followed the misadventures of 3 friends who are constantly scheming to get their hands on Jawbreakers, even if it means taking on odd jobs or pulling elaborate pranks. Interestingly, the show's creator Danny Antonucci was inspired to create the show after watching his own sons obsess with Jawbreakers and other sugary treats. Ed, and Eddie, one of my favorite shows growing up. Now on to the next question. This question sponsored by our friends at Jarritos. I'm drinking Mexican cola today. Jarritos is the official beverage partner of Freckle Trivia. Get yours today. Salud.
Tell your mouth to try us, cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Now on to the next question. In the regular show, who is the owner of the park where Mordecai and Rigby work? Is it A, Benson, B, Pops, C, Skips, or D, Mr. Maylard? Known for being the founder and former CEO of the park in the regular show, he was also the father of Pops. The character of D, Mr. Maylard, was voiced by the late David Ogden Stiers, who was best known for his role as Major Charles Emerson Winchester III in the TV show MASH. In addition to his work as an actor, Stiers also is a talented conductor and worked with several orchestras throughout his career. Now on to question number 4. Who created the Smurfs? Is it A, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, B, Walt Disney, C, Peyo, or D, Chuck Jones? The Smurfs were first introduced by Johan and Pee-wee comic series by Belgian cartoonist Peyo in 1958. However, they became so popular that they soon got their spin-off comic series and later an animated TV series. The answer, C, Peyo created over 100 Smurf characters throughout his career, each with their own unique personality and appearance. Peyo went on to create a dedicated Smurf comic series, which was later adapted into an animated TV show that ran from 1981 to 1989. Now for the final question of the day, you'll have to identify the Smurf shown here. Is it A, Timber, B, Dreamy, C, Jokey, or D, Hefty? Known for his physical strength and his outgoing personality, he has a heart tattoo on his left arm. In the original French version of the Smurfs, he is also called costaud, which means strong or muscular. Our answer, D, Hefty, often takes charge of tasks and helps out his fellow Smurfs, but he can also be a bit stubborn at times. In the 2011 movie The Smurfs, Hefty is voiced by wrestler John Cena, emphasizing his physical strength and muscular build. And that concludes today's round of Cartoon Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing today, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Smurfs Society. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of Cartoon Trivia, and thanks for playing. Hey, Freckle family, welcome back for another round of Freckle TV's Daily Trivia. It's Thursday, March 2nd, and I'm your Daily Trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. We're in ETH Denver this week. If you're in ETH Denver, make sure you slide into our DMs and let us know so we could all link up at one of the events we're throwing this week. Freckle Daily Trivia is the only Web3 game where you can answer 5 questions every day to win incredible prizes from our sponsors. With different themes and prizes every week, there is something for everyone. Get ready to enter the magical world of the Smurfs with the Smurfs Society. For the next week, we'll be testing your knowledge of these lovable blue creatures with some Smurf-tastic trivia questions, and we'll throw in some general cartoon trivia as well. The Smurfs Society is the only PFP project backed by the official Smurfs brand. They are currently in phase 3 of this interactive project and are focusing on building a large community through a gamified Web3 experience. And what better character is there to demonstrate the power of collaboration than the Smurfs? Leveraging this iconic and genuine brand, there is an opportunity to build the most positive, inclusive, and impactful online community ever. This week, we're giving away Smurfs NFTs, laser engravings, Manscaped products, Jarritos soda, our merch, and a lot more. Now, let's get ready to dive in to question 1. Dave Coulier, who played Joey Gladstone of Full House, did what Muppet baby's voice? Is it A, Kermit, B, Animal, C, Skeeter, or D, Gonzo? Well, Dave Coulier, who played Joey Gladstone on Full House, provided the voice of the character B, Animal, on the Muppet animated series Muppet Babies. Coulier performed the character's trademark growls and wild, frenzied behavior for the entirety of the show's run from 1984 to 1991. Interestingly, Coulier was also known for providing the voice of several other cartoon characters during his career, including Peter Venkman on The Real Ghostbusters and Felix the Cat on The Twisted Tales of Felix the Cat. Now, on to the next question. What Saturday morning cartoon was inspired by a comedian's stand-up routine that's centered around his or her childhood? Is it A, Josie and the Pussycats, B, Fat Albert, C, Richie Rich, or D, Archie? Well, the character of Fat Albert was based on a real person from Cosby's childhood, a large and friendly boy who always looked out after others, making our answer B. Hey, it's Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. Cosby saw the potential for Fat Albert to be a positive role model for kids and created the cartoon to spread positive messages about self-esteem, education, and friendship. The show became a beloved classic and even spawned a live-action movie adaptation in 2004. Now, on to question number 3. This question sponsored by our friends at Figpin. We're giving away a number of these Figpin collectibles in the foreseeable future. Some people have already won them, and they are in love with their Figpin collectibles. Check out this video from our friends at Figpin. Thanks, Figpin. Now on to the next question. Here I come to save the day is whose theme? Is it A, Mighty Mouse, B, Jerry Mouse, C, Daffy Duck, or D, Bubble Mouse? The phrase, "Here I come to save the day," is the famous catchphrase of A, Mighty Mouse, a superhero cartoon character created by Paul Terry in 1942. The character was originally conceived as a parody of Superman, but quickly became popular in his own right and has been featured in numerous cartoons and comic books over the years. Mighty Mouse Playhouse aired from 1955 to 1967. Tom Morrison voiced the Mighty Mouse, and other prominent voice actors on the show were Arthur Kay and Carol Lawrence. In the early days of Saturday Night Live, Andy Kaufman put on a record with the theme song, and when the words came on, he would lip sync to them. Now, moving on to question number 4, it's a Smurf question. What is the Smurf language called? Is it A, Smurfish, B, Smurf Talk, C, Smurfese, or D, Smurfian? Well, the Smurf language, also known as C, Smurfese, is a fictional language created by the Smurf creator, Peyo. It consists mainly of the word Smurf used in different contexts and can convey various meanings. For example, Smurf can be used to say hello, goodbye, or thank you. depending on the situation. The language has gained a cult following, with fans creating their own dictionaries and even using it in everyday conversations. In 2008, the United Nations recognized the Smurfs as an ambassador for happiness and peace and made June 25th International's Smurf Days. Now, for the final Smurf of the day, you're going to have to identify the Smurf. Is it A, Snappy, B, Clumsy, C, Vanity, or D, Harmony? Known for his excessive admiration of his own appearance and often seen with a mirror, despite these narcissistic tendencies, our answer C, Vanity Smurf has a kind heart and can be counted on to help his fellow Smurfs when they need him. Interestingly, in the original French comics, Vanity Smurf is called Schtroumpf Coquet, which translates to coquettish Smurf, and his appearance is based on author Peyo's own reflection in a mirror. And that concludes today's round of cartoon trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing today, and thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Smurfs Society. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for the final round of cartoon trivia, and thanks for playing. Hey, what's up, Freckle family? Welcome back for another episode of Freckle TV's Daily Trivia TGIFF. Thank God it's Freckle Fridays, March 3rd, and I'm your trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia is the only Web3 game where you can answer 5 questions every day to win incredible prizes from our sponsors. With different themes and prizes every single week, there is something for everyone. Get ready, because this week we've entered the magical world of the Smurfs with the Smurfs Society. This whole week we've been testing your knowledge of these lovable, cute blue creatures with Smurftastic trivia questions. The Smurfs Society is the only PFP project backed by the official Smurfs brand. They are currently in phase 3 of this interactive project and are focusing on building a large community through a gamified Web3 experience. And what better character is there to demonstrate the power of collaboration than the Smurf? By leveraging this iconic and genuine brand, there is a serious opportunity to build the most positive, inclusive, and impactful online community ever. This week, we're giving away 3 Smurf crystals, a Smurf statuette, laser engravings, Manscaped products, Freckle merch, Jarritos soda, Figpins. The list goes on and on. So, let's start the beginning of the end with question 1. What show has the song "I'm Just a Bill" about the legislative process in the United States? Is it A, Sesame Street, B, Schoolhouse Rock, C, The Electric Company, or D, Captain Kangaroo? Well, thank you, trivia writers, because this song brings me back. The song was written by Dave Frischberg, a jazz pianist and composer who was asked to write a song that would help children understand the complicated legislative process. It's from the educational children's television series B, Schoolhouse Rock, and the song first aired in 1975 and has since become a beloved classic. It's been parodied and referenced in numerous TV shows and movies, and has even inspired a Schoolhouse Rock stage musical. I'd sing the song for you, but I'd just butcher it. Now moving on to question number 2. Frostbite Falls is home to who? Is it A, the Flintstones, B, Rocky and Bullwinkle, C, Tom and Jerry, or D, Looney Tunes? Well, Frostbite Falls is the fictional town where the main characters B, Rocky and Bullwinkle reside in the classic animated TV show, The Rocky and Bullwinkle Show. The show first aired in 1959 and became an instant hit, with its unique blend of satire and humor appealing to both children and adults. The town of Frostbite Falls is depicted as a snowy town in Minnesota and serves as the backdrop for many of the show's wacky adventures. Rocky and Bullwinkle's nemesis, Boris and Natasha, are also known to frequent the town, causing mischief and mayhem wherever they go. Now on to question number 3. This question sponsored by Jarritos. I am loving Mexican cola. It's like a spicy, delicious form of Coke. I'm a huge fan. Get yours today. Salud.
Tell your mouth to try us, Cause we taste super good. Super good, super good, super good. Super good, super good, super good. Cause we just taste super good.
Jarritos!
Thanks, Jarritos. Now on to question number 3. Which one of these is not one of Donald Duck's nephews? Is it A, Louie, B, Huey, C, Joey, or D, Dewey? Well, Donald Duck's 3 nephews are named Huey, Dewey, and Louie, but not C, Joey. They were first introduced in a comic strip in 1937 and have become popular characters in various Disney cartoons and merchandise. Despite their similar appearances, the 3 ducks have very distinct personalities. Huey is the oldest and most responsible. Dewey is adventurous and the middle child, and Louie, the youngest, is the most mischievous. The trio are known for their misadventures and pranks, often getting Donald Duck into a lot of trouble. They also appear in the popular video game franchise Kingdom Hearts. Now moving on to question number 4, what is the name of the Smurf who is known for a love of music? Is it A, Jokey Smurf, B, Harmony Smurf, C, Brainy Smurf, or D, Hefty Smurf? Known for his love of music and often plays various instruments such as the trumpet, violin, and guitar. He is also known for his singing abilities and often leads the Smurf choir in musical performances. Our answer, B, Harmony Smurf, is a peaceful and gentle Smurf who enjoys spreading happiness through his music. Despite his kind nature, he can sometimes be a bit stubborn and insists on doing things his own way. In the Smurfs cartoon series, Harmony Smurf is easily recognizable by his green clothes and white hat with a red feather. And now, one last time for the final question this week. You'll have to identify the Smurf shown here. Is it A, narrator, B, brainy, C, dreamy, or D, pushover? He thinks he's smarter than he really is, and he is certain that he's smarter than everyone else. This is a Smurf who does not suffer from self-doubt. In fact, he refuses to admit when he's wrong, and whenever someone proves it, he makes up for it with an excuse. Our answer, B, Brainy Smurf, considers himself the most responsible member of the band and has proclaimed himself the right-hand man to Papa Smurf. And that concludes this week of Cartoon and Smurf Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing this week, and thanks to our sponsors, the Smurfs Society. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow, or we'll see you again after the weekend for a round of sports trivia with the Chibi Dinos. Have a great weekend.